My name is Stephen Murray, and this is the Knoll, an online gathering place for the people of Oak Knoll Lutheran Church and a place to share our community stories. Last fall, Quincee Schloegel shared her senior sermon as she was preparing to graduate from Augustana University. In it, she shared some of the things she's learned along the way, moments of gratitude, and the continuing growth of her faith.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my senior sermon. Before I start, I would like to deeply thank my family for watching this online and for my lovely friends supporting me today. I would also like to thank Bets for encouraging me to do this, and for all of you lovely people to taking the time to listen this morning. These 6 verses were originally designed for me to read by Dr. Richard Swanson in my Religion 110 class way back in the spring semester of my freshman year. The verses sound initially like God sees Hava, the English translation of this name is Eve, is lesser than Adam or Adam, but she doesn't emerge from a bad place. She emerges from his ribs. Humans have 2 sets of ribs, and anyone who has bruised one could tell you they hurt. We have 2 sets of ribs because both sides of our body are equally important, and God is implying that we have to apply that idea towards other people. Augustana University features diversity, equity, and inclusion all over this campus. We invite people to sit with us at lunch when they look lonely. We make study groups on Navigate for different classes. And at one point, I had a professor make me write a group essay. This group essay felt weird because I had never written a paper with anyone else before. But looking back, I wish I wrote more of them in high school. I am a psychology major here, and one of the things you learn reading psychological and sociological articles is that most of them are written by at least 2 people. This is helpful because it provides another perspective and way to review your work. These 2 people are considered co-authors for the journal article, and they work together side from side, as Dr. Swanson would say, to make the article better due to revisions not just being directed to one person. It also can help, to an extent, to decrease potential bias in the data or the total fabrication of it, hopefully. Psychology would tell us that humans love to be around people that are similar to them and also that share their values. I admit that most of my friends, especially growing up, were people who looked a lot like me and were involved with things that I liked at the time. Eve, growing out of Adam's rib, could actually be a metaphor for this as well, because at the moment, Adam was the only thing Eve could communicate with and learn from about how to be a human. Adam was also supportive of Eve's curiosity as well later in the chapter, which shows that he was empathetic of her feelings, even when he was scared to break the rules. As most of us are aware, God didn't really like them breaking the rules, which is why humans were expelled from Eden. But I think he would appreciate Adam caring about Eve's desires and wanting her to make her feel heard. This is an example of empathy. Empathy is also demonstrated through a lot of the actions we do here at Augustana and the community of Sioux Falls. I have been lucky enough to serve as a Viking guide here at Augustana University since I was a sophomore. This has allowed me to visit and support a few cool organizations of community here. This year, my group helped clean up the Boys and Girls Club, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of cleaning trash piles and chalk off walls, it was enjoyable because I made new friends and learned a lot about them while doing it. This helped my group get to know each other and also connect with some people outside of our small group as well. This demonstrates the Augustana core value of service and also supports my favorite of Augustana's core values, community. God sees all of his children as equally important and loved. In his second origin story for the universe, he made all of us directly interdependent. And I wanted to highlight a few groups on campus that I think really illustrate that concept. I am first and foremost going to applaud the International Programs Office. I traveled abroad to Greece last spring break, and it was an amazing experience. I still look at my tiny little green journal to hold my memories from the trip, and when I first became a freshman, I thought studying abroad was just a pipe dream my 11th grade history teacher put in my head. My parents have always taken care of me and taught me I could do anything, but I didn't think study abroad would be possible with my schedule of classes or my way of planning. Aaron Kane of the IPO office was kind enough to hold on to a down payment I made the year before when the trip was originally planned, and then used it for my trip so I didn't have to initially pay as much, and also allowed me to find the best time to go to Greece. They also take really good care of supporting the international students here. This can be seen through them being allowed to have a storage unit so they don't have to worry about bringing home lots of stuff. This can also be seen through how we have an interfaith space now, and we are going to have an interfaith chaplain on this campus so the international students can feel more here at home here no matter what faith they believe in. I would lastly like to highlight this lovely building right here. The Chapel of Reconciliation has always been a safe space on campus for me. I came to chapel rather infrequently my freshman year because of COVID-19, but I remember I loved the concept of a senior sermon. It was planned by the seniors, and it was really cool to see who came to support them. The one I remember vividly was one by Haley Knoll, who discussed her founding of Lost and Found here on campus with us, as well as her mental health struggles. I personally really related to that at the time because I felt very isolated and alone. This made me feel heard and seen on a campus where I felt like talking to new people could be not just uncomfortable, but dangerous. I was on chapel staff last year, which was really fun and allowed me to meet some amazing people. And I think the welcome statement of this chapel reasserts how we are all made tried from side. My last 3 years have been filled with hope. My freshman year, I hoped for more friends. My sophomore year, I hoped for a sign that Augustana was still meant to be home. And last year, I hoped, ironically, the school year would never end. These hopes remind me of the story of Pandora's box. Pandora is made to release evils into the world by the ancient Greeks. But she keeps hope inside the box because we always have hope in our hearts. Thank you, and thanks be to God.
The Knoll is a production of Oak Knoll Lutheran Church in Minnetonka, Minnesota. Music performed by Matt Serrar and produced by me, Stephen Murray. If you would like to learn more about Oak Knoll Lutheran Church, please visit us on the web at oklutheran.org or check out the live stream of our Sunday worship on YouTube every week at 9:30 Central. If you would like to share your story as part of the Knoll podcast, you can find information on how to get involved on our website. Thanks for listening, and God bless.